Jerry Neese as the finalist for city manager, second by Garnett. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, like same. Motion carried. Now we'll move on. Sorry, it's been a very long day. Apparel and new logo. I was hoping to have some pricing tonight for some bulk shirts. I had him work up the t-shirts that we got, as well as different colors on those, polo shirts, hats, so on and so forth. And the vendor's been quite busy with the back to school items that they were working on. So I should have that. And once I get that, I'll email that out to everybody. So next up, the local emergency operation plan update. Joey?
Yes, sir.
And then we'll go over to Tony.
I sent y'all what Hall County has because they put that under their emergency management department within the county. And that policy or that plan is available, but they have some certain security measures, so it's not all available for disclosure under an open records request. But I sent y'all the ordinances that apply. I believe Jerry also has provided you with the hazard mitigation plan, which are connected to the local emergency operations plan. So I believe we've given y'all the information. There is a series of state codes that also apply that deal with the governor declaring the state of emergency. If y'all want those, I'll send those to you, but that's in the official code of Georgia.
Okay. Tony, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
No, I just was gonna, just make a statement that, I did receive, the items that were sent. I know Jerry sent, some other, hazard mitigation plan, the hazard mitigation plan, and then the, LEOP for Hall County. So I understand that there's a new Banks County, well, it's not really new, but they just ratified or, reapproved their existing one. Was that correct?
They reapproved their hazard mitigation plan. We signed and approved the Banks County local emergency operation plan last year, but those are pretty well, they follow the state format. It's just the Hall County goes into some detail on some security measures about where folks will meet and that
Sure.
sort of thing. That's what they want to protect.
Okay, yeah, and, I'll just shoot you an email if I need any additional information that wasn't disclosed. I just want to make sure that we have our potential revision plan inclusive of that, but not, to violate their security policies.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so we should be able to look for this at our next meeting. To have this finalized.
Yes, we can work towards, getting, I think we can finalize it because it's really just a combination of the documents. Just making sure that they're updated. It's just more of a review, periodic review, and in addition to our hazard mitigation plan.
Okay, great. Thank you for all that work on that, Tony and Joey both.
I want to add. Come on. I want to add that this is the two hazard mitigation plans. Now, obviously, I had Cindy run this off because it was one-sided, so it was like 210 pages each. So they're like 105 pages each. So I'm going to see if I can get it to scan the whole document. If I can't, I'll email them to you. True. But if you want a hard copy, let me know, and we'll print them off.
If you can scan those in and then reprint two-sided and maybe put them in the binder that we can have here available.
That's what this is. I did that for us. The Banks County, just so you're aware, they basically reapproved their 2017-2022 plan. And them being a small county, I expected that. And then the Hall County one will probably be updated sometime late next year because it runs out in 2027. But I don't expect a whole lot of changes to it.
Unless something major happens that they have to add into it.
Sure. I just want to make sure that we have all of our updated contact information because I know there's a lot of personnel changes and things of that nature that need to be cared for.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Any more discussion on Lea? All right, we'll move along here. Banks County Squash, I believe we have to ratify that motion from last week, correct?
Yes.
As we voted on that last week on those squash items, we do need to ratify that today. We would have a motion to ratify.
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and ratify it and revote and approve those funds.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made by Juliet to go ahead and ratify the Banks County Squash and items that were to be funded from last week's meeting. Second by Andrew. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed, like sign? Motion carried.
Mayor, this was for the IGA, that's very small, IGA. This is the new thing. The other items are just what? You have a resolution.
Gotcha.
I see it.
I see it now, sorry.
That's okay.
All right, we'll go back to the IGA then.
You discussed the resolution and that at that time, you wanted to make sure
Right.
you had the IGA in front of you, and the IGA is the same that they presented before. And
It did not change.
didn't change.
Right.
City will receive, according to the, assuming that the budget estimates are correct, the city will receive $412,800 for recreation and equipment, street improvements and equipment, and the water water system improvements and equipment.
Right. Okay. All right, the Banks County Squash IDA. Any comments? Discussion?
I make a motion that we go ahead and approve the IGA as written by Banks County.
Motion made by Juliet to approve Banks County IGA as written, second by Garnett. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Yard of the month. District 1, and this will be for, show us your colors. I didn't see that, in, but, we have some pretty good ones out there. I know Julia probably had the nicest one in town, so. District 1, Randall Lee, 5371 Rocky Bluff Way. District 2, Betty Porter, 5562 Cleave Street. District 3, Tabitha Daniel, 6435 Miramore Way. District 4, Joseph Natividad, 6556 Grove Street. And District 5, which I thought was the best one in town, is Angela Horse, 196 Railroad Ave. If y'all haven't been by to see Angela's house, she really does it up nice. She goes all out, so. Congratulations to each of those Yard of the Month winners. You'll be receiving a $100 credit on your water bill this month. Minutes. Did everybody get a copy of the minutes? Have a chance to look through.
Those were minutes from last week, correct? So last week, yes.
Yes.
You should have gotten, you got them before last week. Just making sure we have it.
You're good. You got a long time.
We have a motion to approve the minutes.
I'm gonna make a motion, I'm trying to find them real quick so I can do the right ones. I make a motion to approve the July 11th, June 8th, June 15th, and June 22nd minutes.
Second.
We have a motion motion to approve the minutes from the June 8th, 15th, and 22nd meetings. Second by Garnett. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried to approve minutes. New Development Authority member that we need to vote on this evening, Bailey Ramsey.
Yes.
Correct.
Mayor, y'all had asked that term will expire December 2028. So you'll keep in mind, while this matter is before you, the term for Robert Grizzle, Jim Breer expired December 2026. So when those terms expire, we'll address those.
All right. We can reappoint those terms that are expiring, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we need to do that tonight, or we can do that later?
You can do either one is fine. Just don't let him come on.
Do we want to talk to Crystal first?
Yeah.
Okay, then can I make,
That's what,
We can wait on Jim and Robert both
Okay.
until the next one. That's fine, we got time.
then I'm gonna make a motion to go ahead and approve Bailey Ramsey for the Development Authority open position.
Any discussion? All right. Motion made by Julia to approve Bailey Ramsey for the open Development Authority position, term to run till December of 2028. Second by Garnett. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, now budget expenditures.
So we discussed last week about the splost expenditures, and we've gone forward, with getting some of the equipment that we needed, for mainly our public works, and I'll discuss that in a moment. But I have a list of what we've spent so far, and we're working on pricing for some of our well, upgrades, as well as some other things that are needed within the city that's kind of been put off for a little while. So, let you all read over it, reaffirm those expenditures.
All right, nothing's changed from last week, correct?
That's correct.
Can I stand by my motion to go ahead and approve these?
Do we have a second? Motion made by Juliet to approve, budget expenditures that were discussed last week. Second by Garnett. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right, now, Jared, Public Works.
All right, Public Works update. I think Hoyt was shocked that we got the new equipment so fast. So some of the things that we got were, as you all see on there, mostly like a new mower, and some new weed eaters, a couple new chainsaws, that were needed. So he's going through to look, see what else, we might need immediately. But for now, we've addressed his immediate needs. There'll be more coming because we're going to be preparing for winter. So, as we move along this summer, more and more reports are showing a very cold and wet winter, which doesn't bode well for us. It makes things rather slick. So we're looking at some things to address that. But everybody's working right along and trying to make it through the heat. So
How about our water update?
Okay,
We'll just link that in with it.
we'll go ahead and link that in, that's fine. So, over the weekend, we have, scaled back some of our, water from Gainesville. And we've, our tanks aren't all the way full yet. They will be, I'm hoping by the end of the week. But our wells are starting to keep up a little bit. So we are not seeing those huge swings that we were seeing the week of 4th of July. So, from there, we're doing pretty good. But, this interconnect that we've improved with City of Gainesville's worked really well. They've been impressed with it. They were very scared of the idea because they didn't know what it would do to their system. But we had to scale it back a little bit on Friday. I believe it was Friday, for them, but then they said, go ahead and turn it back up. They were fine all weekend. And then we turned it down yesterday just to see how our wells would react. And right now, they're kind of keeping up. So we're doing a lot better than we were. I'm hoping that's because people are conserving and demand is down. That's what I'm hoping. So, but it seems to be working really well, and hopefully we'll be out of this within a week or two.
Great. And boil water advisory was lifted on Friday.
Yes.
Conserve water advisory still in effect till further notice.
And we still got about 3 months of summer, so I know it's July, but we don't cool off till
Yeah.
October, end of October, so,
Kids going back to school though, I think.
yes.
Any comments, concerns on water update? All right, Tony, do you have an update for us on, I know it's in here, Starlink, but as
Sure.
internet provider for city?
Yes. So I just want to give you an update, just some details. I've got some calls in, waiting for another meeting with some of the Georgia Power representatives. Because I'm looking, what I'm looking at right now so far, because, we have, the solution would be mesh nodes for Wi-Fi, because that's what we were looking for, is Wi-Fi in the areas that aren't covered with internet at all. Now, for pricing, I know that we've talked about Starlink as the primary, driver for this as an option. And those would run with the Starlink panel, just the hardware itself, recommending a Ubiquiti U7 Pro outdoor node for that. And it would take more than one to cover a large area. But each one of those would cost about $1,100. And that's just a one-time, cost. And that's if they're powered by wired AC power. So we would have to locate those where there's power. Another option would be, because they're designed to be powered with solar, you could add, additional like battery, housing, panel, charge controller, all of that would cost about another $1,000 per node. But again, it's just that one cost for that particular node. So altogether, if you decided that, a particular node needed to be solar powered, that would run approximately $2,100 in total infrastructure cost. And then, of course, there's the monthly charge for Starlink. The benefit on the enterprise, for business, which is their model for municipalities, you can have more than one account if you wanted to say you have one for the ball fields and then one for somewhere else. You can turn those on or off at any given time, and there's no cost to reactivate. So you would have a console, just log in and turn those off, and then the building would stop on that.
That's Starlink.
That's to Starlink, yeah. And that's just the monthly cost. Now, the good news is I wanted to explore some items that Georgia Power doesn't, offer as an internet service provider. I know that there are others that do, but Georgia Power doesn't. But what they do is they have plans where they do a partnership where they'll allow another individual or municipality to use their poles, and they would partner with you to maintain the infrastructure. So you would put some of your equipment on there, then they would maintain it. And of course, you're purchasing power as well. but they would maintain that because it's, you know, up on their poles. But I need to explore that a little bit further. Then, of course, there's the Georgia Technology Authority, which offers, or they manage federal funding that comes through, and there's Broadband Equity Access and Deployment, which is BEAD, USDA, the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund, and potential for state capital projects funds. So I'm still looking at those to see if we may be able to get some of those costs covered for something like that. So more to come on that. Maybe we end up with a, you know, public-private partnership, but I think in the initial, because I don't want to expand it too far, because the initial cause for this was, you know, when we have large events that individuals, you know, aren't able, you know, the cell towers are saturated and they don't have access or don't have internet access to be able to perform their functions such as card processing, things of that nature. I think that was one of the catalysts that was mentioned. But when we expand that to just have Wi-Fi access for the city, that's a huge benefit. And I think it opens the door for, you know, additional funding to come in.
Okay, great. Have we also explored, you had mentioned the trailer, what was that called, the cow?
Oh, yeah, that's a cell on wheels, COW. But that's one of the phone companies. I don't know if perhaps Windstream would even offer something like that, but it's possible. And then you've got Verizon. So I didn't get a chance to dive into that with them to find out what the cost is. I think the city has looked at that in the past, and it was quite expensive. But we can look at it so we can compare all the data together and say, okay, this is one option, the cost. This is what happens if we invest in the infrastructure ourselves. And this is what it would take if we were to share some of that cost with a partnership with Georgia Power.
All right, and then you said other than Starlink, there's other companies that do this as well, right?
Yeah, there's HughesNet. There's a couple other brands that are out there. I don't think they're as prolific as Starlink. And the cost, I haven't seen one match the bandwidth offered yet, because Starlink offers a gig on their service.
Now, with the Starlink account, I know we had discussed being able to do tiers. So you'd have a guest Wi-Fi, you'd have a city Wi-Fi like us.
Correct.
So they do offer that.
Well, Starlink wouldn't. In the enterprise option, they essentially have you install your own router instead of a Starlink router. The Starlink routers are limited to the number of connections that are available. And but they specifically have the enterprise level where you would connect it to your own network. So they're just essentially acting as the internet pipe at that point.
Okay.
And so then you would deploy your own measures for separating out the 5 gig, 2.4 gig bandwidths, or not bandwidth, but the connections, the networks themselves. And you would have a guest network, or you could even issue out passwords or tokens on a basis if you had a limited, like if you were having an event and you needed to reserve certain spots for it. Plus, you would also want to deploy security so that not everyone can see everyone else's connection on that network. And that's easily done as well.
Okay. And then you said the cost, we didn't really get into the exact cost per month.
It's somewhere a little over 100 per month on the.
Is that per site?
That would be per site, but not per node. Well, if you needed to say, like a ball field, and you wanted that to be covered, let's say it gets covered by 3 nodes, then the cost would be a little over $100 a month to Starlink, because it's only one Starlink panel that's providing the network connectivity for that entire mesh of nodes. Okay. Now, if you wanted to have additional over at the depot, that might be a different one. But you could always chain them together and have just one cost, and where it would cover an even larger area.
I think that's what we need to look at, is what's our monthly cost going to be once it's installed. Yes, there's initial fees, but that monthly cost, is it going to be feasible to to switch that all over. I think it will be in the long run because it's an offer that we can give the vendors to guests that come into town. And, you know, we offer that internet service that others don't. I think it'd make a lot more vendor friendly, and I know one person up here would really like that.
They're,
I like the
they're,
vendor friendly, I'm a little afraid of the price tag.
Georgia Power has partnered with different cities, and they have what they refer to as their smart city or smart streetlight systems, where they are delivering, you know, they're not operating as the internet service provider, but they're providing the infrastructure through the smart lighting programs. It's your smart cities and connected cities offering. So I'll have some more information on that.
Okay.
Within the next month.
All right. Hopefully we get something in place before Fall Festival.
Yes.
And see what we can look at on the cow as well. Sure. For that one-time usage for that. I know that'll be a huge help down there for that as well. So. All right.
Thank you.
We already linked in the water update. Labor Day event, we're still looking into that as far as whether or not we can or can't. And we may do something a little different on that. We'll see what we can come up with. So. All right. More to come. All right. And with that, do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Second.
Motion made by Garnett to move into executive session. Second by Juliet. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we'll be right back, I promise.
Hello, Young Liam Francis. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to City for a while back, maybe this later in the month. Some kind of work crew came by and sprayed all the weeds and cut them all down, so that was a great job there. Well, I appreciate that. I was trying to ask Jerry about trees that marked with blue, like where they're falling. Are they marked blue as a to mark them that they're falling, and y'all might be coming back later? He didn't know.
I don't know.
He's gonna come by and see. You don't know.
I don't know.
Andrew don't know, right? You're in my district. You've been round the world.
I
Yeah,
will
in
say,
Mississippi came by, marked 2 in the circle. There's 2.
He was waiting tomorrow, but,
Anyway, take a ride.
there are some survey markers that are out there. Okay.
It's not survey,
Okay.
it's not water. The tree is actually at the base, it's cracked all the way around, looking at the core of the tree, and it's leaning, and it has a big blue mark on it, so I figure it's like a danger sign, or a trip mark to be cut.
Are you sure it was the city of Lula?
Yeah, it's been, what, a couple months.
Yeah,
Okay. The second question, I'm wanting to know about the possibility of a light on Lula Circle where the curve is. I think I asked I know Andrew's on my, am I saying it right? He's my man, Andrew Carlisle is. I'm gonna cause you trouble. But I'm wanting to know if the light that is there, that's the farm light that's on, if they're not using it, can it be like turned around to face the street so it can be a street light?
so that would be Georgia Power have to take care of that, and I'm not sure if that's their pole or if that belongs to the farm, because if it
It was
belongs to them,
It was used, I know, as a security light.
but it depends on who put it up.
I don't know, it's too long ago for me.
I have 2 on Georgia Power poles, and I pay for those.
Yeah, it's a pay thing.
Yeah, and you see, this one's far enough off the road, it sits back by the pasture, I know where it's at, but
It's by the road. Ours is off by the pasture, and ours is turned off because we no longer going to pay for it. But this
so the
one,
one right on the curb,
yes. When you come around the curve, it's right there where she's put their new driveway, it's right there next.
Are there any lines hanging off of it, like power lines or phone lines or anything like that?
It's just, I think it's just the power line that goes to, gives it power.
For the service
Yeah,
to the house?
well, the house don't have no power.
Right. But it goes, that line goes to the house.
Yes.
It could be a Georgia Power pole.
see if we can get them out there, look at it.
I was just wondering, because it's really dark in there, and if they're not gonna use it, could it just be reversed? They turn the light around and face the street? Seems like an easy fix to me.
I was thinking it was one in the pasture.
No, we
That's
have
my fault.
one that's past the barn there, and it's like in the pasture. And
And it works, so, because somebody has to be paying that bill.
I don't pay ours because ours is on.
Yeah.
Theirs is on. I don't know, you have to check the records.
Yeah, I don't know how, I mean, I'll have to see who's out there, but I wouldn't know who pays the power bill there to see about getting it turned.
It's
If
Shirley
it's
Road.
us, we could have it turned.
It's Shirley Road.
I don't think we pay
That's
that.
fine.
But yeah, I don't think we pay that at all.
All right. We'll look into it then.
And then she answered my question about the Scarecrow contest, so I think we're good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
I don't have a complaint, I have a comment to make. Miss June took me home one night after the Historical Society. June, don't look in my yard. You let back in the ditch, right? She called AAA, of course, she was Robert. Guess who I called? The mayor.
You got tow company now.
Well, I thought you knew somebody to come home. Well, he came down and said, and he and his son had some kind of, did you had about that track? What it was.
Had the new side by side up. We made sure it worked.
Yeah, they pulled him around the ditch, y'all. If you need somebody to help you, call me.
Hey, you knew that was coming.
So the mayor's AAA now?
Oh, you can.
You needed another job, right?
Yep.
But your plan has failed me twice, so, you know.
They were doing all this, all that run around, you know, somebody really knows about it, you have a lot of issues.
He's just across the street anyway.
We just look over his next time, y'all.
I actually already think.
Oh, now I said,
Maybe try that, didn't
Yep.
I said, I'll make an announcement at Lula, just don't worry about a thing.
That's what I'm here to do, is serve. Any other comments? All right. This time, we'll move on to council comments. We'll start with Julia tonight.
Thank you all for coming out. Just a reminder, I was reminded today that the, qualifiers for running for the open city council seat runs to the 29th of August, of July. Oh, then never mind, then I'm good.
It's, yes, July 27th, hang on, from
I
July
got it.
27th through the 29th.
Okay, so then I can still keep the 20th, August 20th vendor
Yeah.
deadline. All right, August 20th is the vendor deadline for the fall festival, if anybody is interested. No application by then, not letting anybody in.
I'd like to thank everyone coming out on this beautiful night. And let us call them.
I want to thank everybody for being out here tonight. We will be looking into the trees and that pole that we can do. I also want to have a reminder that this Saturday from 8 to 10:30 is Fishes and Loaves Food Pantry at Liberty Church at 7439 West County Line Road in Lula. And if you know anybody that needs any help, or if you yourself need any help, just head out there. They'll help you out. They always have plenty. We have been blessed that way. And if you get there early, they do have a hot breakfast while you're waiting, because it is set up like a grocery store, so it's first come, first served. The sooner you get there, the sooner you get to run through it. And it's like shopping at a grocery store, so it's pretty neat.
All right, I won't keep everyone, but wow, Lula is getting excited. There's lots of activity going on, lots of changes coming, all good stuff, progress. It's happening. I know, we want to slow it down a little bit, but there's a lot of good stuff happening. And I just think this is an exciting time to be in Lula. So thank you all for coming out tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Everybody was watching at home. Just a few side notes. We do have qualifying for District 3 will begin on July the 27th at 8:30 a.m. and run through July 29th at noon here at City Hall, and that is qualifying for District 3 Council. Historical Society Lula Development Meeting, Monday, July 27th, 6:30 at the Depot. Lula Development Authority Meeting, Tuesday, July 28th, 6 p.m. here at City Hall. Planning Commission meeting Tuesday, August the 4th, 6 p.m. at City Hall. And Lula City Council work session Monday, August the 10th, 6 p.m. here at City Hall. Next community game night, Thursday, August 13th, 6:30 to 8:30 at the Depot. Will there be hot dogs?
No, the school starting back, there's no way I can do all of that, I'm sorry.
Okay. Next
But I'll
regular.
have Debbie's, how was that?
Little Devons, there we go. Lula City Council regular meeting will be August the 17th, 7 p.m. here at City Hall as well. And just a reminder, back to school will be August the 7th is when the kids all go back, and it would be nice, anybody that could show up that morning, just to kind of welcome the kids, cheer them on as they get out of their cars. They don't bother us up there at Lula. I'm usually up there every Friday morning opening car doors for them, and it is a true blessing to just watch these kiddos get out, especially when you get the new kindergartners. They're scared to death, and a lot of them have to pull over, and the parents have to take them themselves. So, but it's truly a blessing to watch the kids get out.
Isn't it the 3rd that they're trying to go to school?
Yes, and I got that on here too. So that will be, I believe that, Andrew?
Because they're actually doing middle school to high school and.
The elementary school, I believe, is that evening.
Prayer Walk for the elementary school is the 3rd, 7:30 to 8:30.
In the evening, correct?
Yes, no, AM.
AM.
They will also be doing the high school, East Hall High at 7:45 to 8:15 AM on the 4th. And then August 5th, they will be doing East Hall Middle School, 7:30 to 8. In the morning. In the morning.
In the morning, early time.
The Lord gets up early.
All right.
Mr. Mayor, Little Lake is August 19th.
Thank you.
And I don't know the open house for the middle school or the high school, but I do know the elementary schools is August the 5th from 3 to 5. For any parent who doesn't know those.
Okay. You said the 19th
Yes.
at,
Is it high school too?
For the ones at 6:30 p.m. for the
Are
day.
they all doing it from 3 to 6?
Little Ladies will be August 19th, noon and 6:30 at the Depot. Come out and join them as well. And is there any other announcements that we might have missed?
Bruce, can I say something? We
Yes.
are still collecting school supplies for the children. We did this month, and we will be in August also.
Fantastic, okay. All right. Again, thank you all very much for coming out. Told y'all we'd make it quick tonight, which we did, after our marathon meeting last week. And if anybody needs tomatoes, since he said I'm here to help, I'm helping the community, see Garnett. I will say this, they are very, very, very delicious, so.
So motion to adjourn?
Motion made by Juliet to adjourn, second by Garnett, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried, we are adjourned.